Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we got our Sumamon playmat along with our Mugendramon or Machine Dramon memory counter and my copy of the PS4 Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth game. And they're helping us out because today we're looking at the BT22 Cyber Eden boxes. But we're not actually going to look at these boxes because if you look at the title of the video, it says Box 0. What does that mean? Well, I got to do something very neat these past 2 days, and I actually got to go to some pre-release events for the cards. And so I actually got some of these. And so I figure I'll open them up here. I can tell you about the event, and we can have a good time. And this will also help with the actual set, because this means, like, we'll have seen some of the cards. So these will go a little bit faster. But before we get into that, the actual event. I went to 2 different ones, done very differently from each other. The stores were about 3 hours away from each other. I went to one yesterday. I went to the second one earlier today. And in the first one, there's only like 5 people that showed up. And it was best of 3 every single round. I unfortunately had to drop out because it took place way later in the day. The event was supposed to start at 6. We didn't actually start playing till like 6:45. And because of that, like after the first round, I was like, I have a 2-hour drive home. I need to bow out. So I got my participation stuff, which we'll go over in just a sec. But I got that stuff, and then I got to drive home. And unfortunately, I didn't get to do the entire thing. The second event that I went to was earlier today. So I went, I got to go through the entire event. Again, very different, because whereas the first one was best of 3, the store kind of let us decide how we wanted to do it. And several people, including myself, was like, I have things later to do today. So instead of doing best of 3, we're just going to do one match, the end. And so there was 4 of us. I played my first game, lost, played my second game, won. So I got 3rd place in the second one, which was real cool. Like, definitely enjoyed it. Got me to like look at the cards in a light that I don't see very often, which is how they work in actual events. And if you've got the chance to go to one of these, I would definitely suggest it. Because again, these 2 stores were like 3 hours away. Only 4 or 5 people showed up to each one, which means that when it came time to hand out the pre-release stuff, I was given a good amount. I got 6 in total from the first store and 4 from the second. So we've got 10 of these packs to look at, along with some of the other stuff that I got for prize support or just showing up. But before we get into any of that stuff, my luck was amazing at both places, because I managed to pull a secret rare out of my 6 packs both times. So the first secret rare I pulled, which we'll look at them now because maybe we don't get to them in this, but in either way, I would feel bad not showing you. The first one we got was Sayo. She is a 4 play cost, start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Your turn. When one of your Digimon with 2 or more same level cards in its stack attacks, by suspending this tamer, digivolve it into a Digimon card with a Nightclaw, Light Fang, Galaxy, or CS trait in the trash with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. Security, play this card without paying its cost. This one is very good. Unfortunately, I was working with a CS deck, which is kind of what you have to work with in these, because the set is primarily CS. Then it's got some Liberator, it's got some Dinosaur, and it's got some Atmon. But for the most part, pre-release, you want to build a CS deck. I forgot it was, and so I didn't use it. It would have been fine to use otherwise. But in the one earlier today, I managed to pull Kyoko, and she is a 5 cost, start of your turn. If you have 2 memory or less, set to 3. All turns, when any of your level 4 or higher CS trait Digimon are deleted, by suspending this tamer, return 1 CS trait Digimon card from your trash to your hand. Your turn, once per turn. When this tamer unsuspends, if you don't have Alphamon in this tamer's If you don't have Alphamon, this tamer may digivolve into Alphamon in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. Security, play this card without paying the cost. Unfortunately, I pulled the Alphamon in the first store. In the second one, I didn't, but having the 2 memory less set to 3, and then being able to pull a CS trait out when one of my level 4 hires just dies, that was real great. So she made it into the second deck, and like I said, we got third in the second one. I know it's not a lot since there was only 4, but I was more there for playing. It was like a very mellow, kind of low stake kind of situation because we were all struggling with the cards that we were given to build decks with, and that was kind of fun, if I'm being honest. So with that out of the way, let me take a quick drink of water. And before we get into the actual release packs, just for going, you get a Vicomon Ace. And again, at the first store, they gave me 2. And because there was such a low turnout at the other store, they gave me 4. So I have 6 copies. This is a non-foil version. It's my understanding that there are 2 versions. This is one for participation. If you actually get first or second place, you get a foil version. I'm fine with this guy. 7 play cost, 40 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Can Digivolve from black or blue, is dual color blue back. This is from BT16, so he's one that we've seen before. Digivolve from Shikuamon or Zudomon for a cost of 3, hand counter Blasted Evolution. On player when Digivolving, Digivolve to one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, none of their Digimon with 1 or fewer Digivolution cards can suspend until their turn ends. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1 or fewer Digivolution cards. Ace Overflow -4. So yeah, he's alright. Again, I'm glad I have a playset. Pretty cool. And then, at the first store, with the, they gave me 1 pre-release to start with, and then when I left, I got another 5, but I also got a World Convergence pack, as well as a Cyber Eden pack. So we'll quickly go through this one, then we'll go through all the pre-release packs, then we'll open up our Cyber Eden pack, which I know this is going to take a while, but these are all new cards, so sure. And the pre-release is smaller, like there's not as many cards from the set that it can be, so yeah. We got Gossipmon, Yokomon, Spirit Evolution, Kiwimon, Scopemon, the Strongest of Brothers, Sumamon, aw, cute, Weregarurumon, Shoutmon King version, Gyomon, Timemon, 5 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost from a level 3 or a standard, 5,000 DP, App Fusion with Watchmon and Savemon or Calendarmon. Blocker, your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon gets linked, de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Link with an Appmon trait for a cost of 2, and then its link effect is when linking de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. And we got Zenith. He is a 4 play cost, start of your turn. If you have 2 memory or less, set to 3. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Among them, play 1 Vemmon without paying the cost, and add 1 card with Vemmon in its text to the hand, trash the rest. Security, play this card without paying the cost. No super rare in there, but whatever. So, we've got 10 packs. I think what we'll do, because a pack normally has 12, we'll open 5 of them, stack them, look through them, open up the other 5, stack them, look through them, just so we're not here opening every single one every single time. And in case there are special ones, we will do that. In case like a rare one is behind the front normally, because this is the first pre-release that I've gone to, so I don't know. Could be. Who knows? What do I want? I want some of the Diaboromon stuff, really. Like, that's why I brought this Sumamon. Like, I did bring my Diaboromon deck with me in case people wanted to play. I, in all honesty, was like a little overwhelmed, just like with anxiety and whatnot, because this was the first pre-release that I had been to. So I didn't play with anyone. But I did bring my Diaboromon tokens, which I actually did use because in both games I pulled, or in both tournaments I pulled Diaboromon, and so I got to take those tokens out. I did in the first one. We didn't get to play him in the second one. He didn't come up. We actually got someone better, which we will go over in these. Not someone better, but in this situation, just worked out better. But when we get to them in these, we'll look at them. So let's see. Starting us off, we got Terriermon. 3 play cost, 1 Digivolution cost, 1000 DP. Can Digivolve from yellow or green, is dual color green-yellow. Digivolve from a level 2 with the CS trait for a cost of 0. Your turn, once per turn, when effects place Digimon cards with the CS trait in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, if you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you may play 1 Tamer with the CS trait from your hand without paying the cost. Inherited effect. Main, once per turn, by placing this CS trait Digimon's top stacked card as its bottom Digivolution card, draw 1. So there, this one kind of shows you, because you're like, how do I do that? And it's like, if you Digivolve something over it, you can then put it down underneath it, activating the draw 1 effect, and then this will activate as well. So that's pretty cool. Ooh, we got Jimmy Ken. Yo, this one really fire in the tournament. 4 play cost. Start of your turn, if you have 2 memory or less, set to 3. Your turn. When your Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Flame or CS trait, by suspending this Tamer, activate one of those Digimon's main effects. If this effect activated any effects, gain 1 memory. Security, play this card without paying the cost. So the reason why this one is so great is because at one point my opponent had it, he was using Diaboromon, and he Digivolved into Diaboromon, and he got to make 2 tokens instead of just 1, which was really crazy. And that Diaboromon's got some extra abilities that he does when he makes tokens, which again we'll go over when we get to him. Raidenmon Ace. Alright. 7 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Can Digivolve from green or black, is dual color black-green. Digivolve from level 5 with the DM trait for a cost of 3. Hand counter Blast Digivolution, Collision and Blocker. On player when Digivolving, you may unsuspend 1 Digimon, then you may suspend 1 Digimon. All turns, once per turn, when any of your version 5 trait Digimon suspend, de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Ace Overflow -4, and just to point out that this one is a V5, so he can use his own effect when he attacks, thus suspending. You can de-Digivolve 1 on one of your opponent's Digimon. We got Agumon. 3 play cost, 0 Digivolution cost, 1000 DP. He can Digivolve from blue or red, is mono red. Digivolve from Koromon for a level 2, or level 2 with the CS trait for a cost of 0. On play, you may return 1 Digimon card with Greymon, Garurumon, or Omnimon its name from your trash to the hand. Inherited effect, end of your turn. This Digimon and any of your other Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Digimon card in the hand. So again, kind of going for that Omnimon. Unique Emblem Fable Waltz. I pulled this one. I didn't read it because it's a Liberator. It's going for the puppets. So I was just like, I can't use this. So I don't even know what this one does. I didn't read it. 3 play cost. Main. You may play 1 Shumon or 1 Arisa from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Then place this card in the battle area. Your turn. When any of your Arisa suspends delay, one of your puppet trait Digimon may Digivolve into a puppet and Liberator trait Digimon card in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 3. Security, activate this card's main effect. So yeah, there was no way I could have used this one, especially because it's puppet and Liberator, so you can't even do a generic puppet. It's got to be one of the puppet Liberators. Ooh! Torahiro, I believe. 3 play cost. Start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Your turn. When any of your Digimon get linked, by suspending this Tamer, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. Then, one of your Digimon may app fuse into a Digimon card in the hand. Security, play this card without paying the cost. This was another one that I put in the deck. I mean, in the second game, in the second tournament, I only got like so many Tamers. Like, my pulls for the second one, I was not going to do well. I only pulled 9 rookies. So, like, I was just starved. I had to, like, hard play out stuff. It was terrible. But yeah, this one I used because, like, I wasn't going to use any of the second effect. Like, I did end up putting a couple Atmon in there just to beef out the rookies and things like that. But really, I was like, I do like getting that extra memory, and that's great. And I did actually use it in conjunction with her. So, like, I got to have 4 memory because I set to 3, then up at 1. Because when you have 2 effects that activate at the same time, the player playing them gets to choose which one goes which way. We got Platinum Numamon. Ooh, this one was great for the game. 9 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 8,000 DP. Can Digivolve from yellow or black, is dual color black-yellow. Digivolve from level 5 with the CS trait for a cost of 3. On player, when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 8,000 DP for the turn. Your turn, once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted, one of your other Digimon with the CS trait may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the CS trait in the hand without paying the cost. So yeah, pretty cool. And it kind of goes with, if you've ever played the game, like, so much experience. Like, this is kind of what it's alluding to. And we got a second Platinum Numamon. And we got a Metal Garurumon. Very cool. And we got one more, it looks like. 12 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Can Digivolve from red or blue, is mono blue. Digivolve from level 5 with Garurumon in its name or the CS trait for a cost of 3. Hand main. If you have Nokia, one of your Gabumon Digivolves into this card for a Digivolution cost of 6, ignoring the Digivolution requirements. When Digivolving, activate one of the effects below. One of your Agumon may Digivolve into War Greymon in the hand, ignoring the Digivolution requirements and without paying the cost, or return one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to the hand. Inherit effect, when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Omnimon in its name, it unsuspends. This one would have been real good for the release event. Again, they were played very different. In the first release event, they gave us all one of the packs ahead of time, and then we got the others later, so I got 1, and then I got 5 later, and I didn't open up that pack when I got it, but everyone else did, and it was agreed that, like, you could play whatever was in that pack. Like, they asked, like, hey, can we use these 2 cards? And they're like, sure, go for it. And the second one, that was given out after, so we couldn't use it, because they were afraid of people coming in, paying the amount, and then just kind of walking out because they got their stuff. Like, yeah. Which I can understand because at the first place, the 6 packs cost $30, whereas at the second place, they only charged me $25. So that was, like, actually, like, pricing the box out. So I can understand why they did that. And final card, Diaboromon. Yo! Oh, we got to talk about him. That's awesome. So 12 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Digivolve from Inframon, level 5, with CS trait for a cost of 3. Has the Alliance ability. When Digivolving or when attacking, you may play 1 Diaboromon token without paying the cost. Digimon cost 14, level 6 white, mega, unknown, unidentified, 3,000 DP. All turns once per turn. When any of your other Digimon with unidentified trait are played, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. So that means, like, together, this guy Digivolves, you suspend this guy, you get to put out a second token. And because he put out a Digimon that's unidentified, you get to delete the opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost, which happened where we had, like, kind of a mirror match going where we both had Diaboromon at the first tournament, and he ended up deleting my Diaboromon because he had just, like, full, like, he did the dream where he started out with Sumamon, he went to Karamon, he went to Kurisaimon, he went to Inframon, all the way up to Diaboromon. So everything was just, like, meant to help him stay on the field, and because of that, like, he just kept popping stuff and getting rid of my things, and I couldn't get enough stuff out to make a comeback, unfortunately. But totally cool to have that guy. Love it. So those were the first 5 packs. Let's take a look at the next 5. And you know what? I'm liking this. We've gone 20 minutes. This is great. We'll probably hit 30 Which, you know what? That's fine. It's not the 40 that normally these the first videos get. So this is pretty cool. If I get the chance, I'll probably do this again, if I'm being honest. I don't know that I'll go to the one that's like 2 hours away from me, because that was just a very long drive. I went from work, so it was an hour away from work. And then I had to drive home, so that was another 2 hours. So it was just a lot. I don't know that I'll go back there, but the other spot, like, again, I had such a good time. There was, like, the trading was really chill. I enjoyed it a lot. So I might go back to that one. I definitely will, actually, if I get the chance. Like, if the stars align again, where I can kind of get stuff going. I will say I did hear a story from the first place that I went to, where a guy had bought a box, and he only got one alt-art. And the reason is because apparently that box was stitched together from 2 other boxes. And so he just did not get any good pulls from it. Which again is why I'm saying, like, if you're getting a box, like, be sure to get it from a reputable place. Be sure it's coming sealed. And now they've got, like, these Bandai prints on the Saran. So it makes it a lot easier to tell that it's truly real. All right, let's take a look at our second 5. We got Curium Detective Agency. 3 play cost. While you have a CS trait Digimon or Tamer on the field, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 CS trait among them to the hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Then place this card in the battle area. Main delay, gain 2 memory. Security, place this card in the battle area. So pretty straightforward. Haguramon. Yo, loving this guy. I like how his eyes shine. That is just great. I love it. 3 play costs, 1 Digivolution cost, 1000 DP. Digivolve from yellow or black is dual color black-yellow. Digivolve from level 2 with a CS trait for a cost of 0. Your turn, once per turn. When effect places Digimon cards with the CS trait in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for that turn. Inherit effect, main once per turn by placing this CS trait Digimon's top stacked card as its bottom Digivolution card, draw 1. So again, we're getting those 2 comboing together, and then as we saw with some of the other ones where it's like, if you got 2 or more of the same level, do things. Yeah, they all work together. We got Raidenmon, which we've seen. Ooh, Chaperomon. Nice. 7 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 7000 DP. Hand main, if you have Arisa, by placing 1 Shushumon from your trash as any of your Shumon's bottom Digivolution card, it digivolves into this card for Digivolution cost of 3, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. Overclock Puppet trait. Inherit effect, all turns, once per turn, when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effect, by deleting one of your tokens or other Puppet trait Digimon, it doesn't leave. So something that came up in the game is someone wanted to use the Overclock trait, and you can only attack a player. You cannot use it to attack Digimon. Everyone there kind of forgot, and I don't use it enough, so I wasn't aware of that. But yeah, using Overclock, you can only attack a player, which means your opponent can use Blocker, but you can't attack into something that you want to get rid of. They have to use Blocker to do that. Skull Marimon. Very cool. 7 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 7000 DP. Can Digivolve from red or purple. Is dual color purple-red. Digivolve from level 4 with the Flame or CS trait for a cost of 3. Main, once per turn, by paying 3, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. If this effect didn't delete, this Digimon gains security attack +1 for the turn. Then, this Digimon may attack. On deletion, draw 2 and trash 1 card in your hand. Inherit effect, on deletion you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card with the Flame or CS trait from your trash without paying the cost. So again, giving you some recurgence, bringing stuff back. Love it. We got War Greymon to go with our Metal Garurumon that's pretty awesome. 12 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Can Digivolve from blue or red, is mono red. Digivolve from level 5 with Greymon is same or the CS trait for a cost of 3. Hand main, if you have no Kia, one of your Agumon digivolves into this card for a Digivolution cost of 6, ignoring the Digivolution requirements. When digivolving, activate one of the effects below. One of your Gabumon may digivolve into Metal Garurumon in the hand, ignoring its Digivolution requirements and without paying the cost, or delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. Inherited effect, when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Omnimon in its name, trash your opponent's top security card. So yeah, all of them, I haven't mentioned it, but they all have CS trait costs, and normally it's one below what it normally is. Again, this one would be very good in a pre-release, because of all the decks that I saw, like, I think only one of them managed to get out like 3 or 4 Digimon. Everyone else was just swinging, just trying to get their biggest guy out just to take things out. We got another Tojihiro. Ooh, we got an Eater Atom. 8 play cost, 10,000 DP. Digivolve from Arata for a cost of 4. Security attack +1. On player when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's play cost 7 or lower Digimon. Then, if this Digimon has no Digivolution cards, you may place one Arata from your hand or trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. All turns, when this Digimon would leave the battle area, you may play one Arata from its Digivolution cards without paying the cost. I actually gave the normal copy of this away to someone there because he's like, I'm trying to build an Eater deck. I'm like, okay, here you go. It's only a rare. I'm not too concerned about it. I can pull more. We got the release event, so that's pretty awesome. So yeah, I might throw in a couple of them in the Diaboromon deck, just so like if I lose some Aratas, like to put this guy out, bring him out from the trash, and then when this guy leaves, he comes back to the field. And we got, Shin Manzemon, and we got one more after him. This one was another great one that I saw in the first tournament, which he was just crazy good. 13 play cost, 5 Digivolution cost, 13,000 DP. Digivolve from yellow or purple is dual color purple-yellow. Digivolve from level 5 with the DM trait for a cost of 5. When any of your version 1 trait Digimon would digivolve into this card, reduce the Digivolution cost by 2. Security +1 Armor Purge. When digivolving or when attacking once per turn, by trashing this Digimon's bottom face-down Digivolution card, place one Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon as the top security card. So yeah, they didn't use any of this bottom stuff. What this guy was used for is I had my Diaboromon out, he attacked, I deleted this guy. He's got Armor Purge, so he just threw the top card off. The rest stayed there. He wasn't suspended, so I couldn't attack into him. And then the following turn, he digivolved his guy into Diaboromon, and then he got to attack and take out my Diaboromon. So the way this guy like protected was really good. And we got Lord Nightmon. All right, I haven't seen this one at all. 12 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Digivolved from red or black is dual color black-red. Digivolve from level 5 with the CS trait for a cost of 3, while you have 3 or fewer security cards. Ray for a cost of 5. Raid Reboot. On player when digivolving, one of your Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP until your opponent turn ends. Then, one of your Digimon may attack a player. All turns, once per turn, when Digimon attack players, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may then play one play cost 4 or lower black or red card among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest. I don't think this one would do great in the release event, but you know what? Still happy to have it. With that, we've gone through all the packs, but we still have the last pack that I got, the Cyber Eden, from the first tournament area. Give me one quick sec. I need to take another sip of water. All right, and let's get right into this one. And then next time, we'll start off on our first box. We got Cyberspace Eden. This was really good in the pre-release. 2 play costs. While you have no face-up security cards, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Security, all turns, all of your Digimon with a CS trait get plus 2,000 DP. Main, add the bottom security card to the hand. Then place this card face-up as the bottom security card. Security, you may play one play cost 5 or lower card with a CS trait from your hand without paying the cost. So the unfortunate thing about this one is that you can't just play it if you have no security, because you have to add your bottom security card to the hand. So I don't believe that you could just play it out, because that's not an optional. Like, you have to add it, and without it you wouldn't be able to do it. But this was great, like, if you got it early on, because it's at the bottom, so all of your CS trait gets plus 2000 DP, which again, I want to say at least 75-80% of this set is CS trait. We got Gardramon, 5 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 5000 DP. Digivolves from yellow or black, is dual color black-yellow. Digivolve from level 3 with a CS trait for a cost of 2. On play or when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn. Then, if this Digimon's stack has 2 or more of the same level cards, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Inherited effect, opponent's turn, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. This one, like, there were situations where he almost was used, but I was outpowered, so he didn't make it. I think he'd be alright in the release. Winzen Gamamon, 4 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 5000 DP. Digivolve from Gamamon for a cost of 2. On player when Digivolving, by placing one Digimon card with Gamamon in its name from your hand as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, it gains blocker and plus 3000 DP until your opponent turns end. Inherited effect, Piercing. I went with the other one. I don't remember what it's called, but I got him, put him in my deck for the second tournament. Did really great. Wanamon. He has an inherited effect of your turn once per turn. When effect places CS trait Digimon cards from this Digimon's Digivolution cards, it may Digivolve into a CS trait Digimon card in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 1. And I didn't say it, but like, any eggs that you got, throw them in release deck, because you're not worried about color. Because you get so few cards, the way that it works is that you ignore color for Digivolution. You still use them for option cards, so you have to match it with either your Tamer or Digimon to play it. But other than that, like, it's free. Just go for it. Devamon. Ooh, love that. 5 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 6000 DP. Digivolve from a level 3 with the Flame or CS trait for a cost of 2. When Digivolving, if you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you may play one Jimmy-Ken from your hand without paying the cost. Inherited effect, on deletion you may return one Digimon card with the Flame or CS trait from your trash to the hand. One of the guys like playing was like, why doesn't this guy have the Flame text? Like, he's used by Jimmy, and it's like, I understand why he doesn't, and I understand why you're a little hurt by it, but yeah, doesn't make sense to me. Gargamon, 5 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 6000 DP. Can Digivolve from yellow or green, is dual color green-yellow. Digivolve from level 3 with the CS trait for a cost of 2. When Digivolving, if you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you may play one Tamer card with the CS trait from your hand without paying the cost. Inherited effect, all turns this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. A lot of them had, like, at least at the champion level, like, gets plus 1000 or plus 2000. All turns are your turns. Repamon, 5 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 5000 DP. Digivolve from level 3 with the CS trait for a cost of 2. When effects trash this card from the security stack, you may play this card without paying the cost. On player when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn until the turn ends. By trashing your top security card, instead, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6000 DP until their turn ends. Inherited effect, when attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. So yeah, this is one of the ones where, like, if it trashes a card, like if it trashes another copy of itself, you could just play that one out. But if your opponent attacks into your security, it doesn't because of the wording. Unique Emblem, Poseidon Lagoon, 3 play cost. You may play one Sangomon or Yao from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Then place this card in the battle area. Your turn. When any of your Yao suspends, delay, one of your Digimon with Aqua or Sea Animal in any of its traits may Digivolve into an aquatic and Liberator trait Digimon card in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 3. Security, activate this card's main effect. Again, only going to be used in this, not too much else. Eve Eater. All right, so we got the Atom and then we got the Eve. So these two, I hear, are like really cool together. 6 play cost, no Digivolution cost, 7,000 DP. Digivolve from Yuko for a cost of 3. Raid on player when digivolving until your opponent's turn ends. One of their Digimon can't suspend. Then, if this Digimon has no Digivolution cards, you may place one Yuko from your hand or trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. All turns, when this Digimon would leave the battle area, you may play one Yuko from its Digivolution cards without paying the cost. No inherited effect. So yeah, this is another one where I feel like it's going to make it into the Greymon, Galmon decks because bringing back that Tamer could be useful. Whoop. We got Mother Eater. All right, so pulling off the other cards to the side real quick. This is an egg. This is an egg. It doesn't look like an egg because it's got a play cost, but it's an egg. Breeding, start of your main phase. Look at your Digi-Egg's top card. Among them, you may place one Mother Eater as this Digimon's top Digivolution card. Then, if this Digimon has 10 or more Digivolution cards, you may play 3 Mother Eaters from its Digivolution cards without paying the cost. Breeding all turns. All of your Mother Eaters in the battle area are treated as having 16,000 DP. On play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon. Inherited effect, breeding all turns once per turn. When any of your Eater trait Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effects, you may place them as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. This one seems pretty interesting. Pre-release, it is terrible. And that's because you need to have a total of 4 of them, and pulling 4 out of 6 packs is nigh impossible unless they're stitching together 2 separate boxes and you get super lucky. And then you would need to get another, 7 Eaters to go along with it. It's not going to happen. No. And we got Ree. Okay, so we got Lord Nightmon's. We got her card. So that's neat. Start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. End of your turn once per turn. By deleting one of your other Digimon or Tamers with Nightmon in their texts or the CS trait, this Tamer may Digivolve into Lord Nightmon in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 3. Security, play this card without paying the cost. So it'd go from a Digivolution cost of 4 or 5 depending, which you'd probably choose. Well, I guess you'd have to choose the bottom, so it'd go from 5 to 2. So that's neat. And we got Yo Arata! Nice, we got a super rare in our extra pack. That is totally awesome. I love that. 4 play cost. Security, play this card without paying the cost. Start of your turn, if you have 2 memory or less, set to 3. Opponent's turn. When one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, by suspending this Tamer, change the attack target to one Digimon with the unidentified or CS trait. Inherited effect, opponent's turn, once per turn. When one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, if this Digimon is Eater Atom, you may change the attack target to one of your unidentified or CS trait Digimon. Alright, so yeah, there is definitely a reason to put him in the Diaboromon deck with the Eater Atom. But that is pretty cool. Love that last card. Like, so worth it. So yeah, we got about 40 minutes, which, you know what? That's fine. We got to see a bunch of the cards. I got to tell you some stories. Let me know what you guys thought about this down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this, like, box 0 opening up things, I might try and do this again. As always, if you enjoyed the video, give it a good old thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you haven't, please do subscribe. I really do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. The algorithm loves it. Don't forget to hit the bell because we upload videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And as always, until then, I will see you next time.